Even though the teams in Formula 1 will take a hiatus from racing until the end of August, the next few weeks could still end up being quite momentous, as a lot of pieces in the puzzle that is the 2022 driver lineup is rumoured to start falling into place during this period. As is usually the case, one or two announcements will set off a domino effect. Here is a look at the rumoured grid for next year. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Rumour Roundup, all the major rumours regarding F1's driver market. The biggest card is currently held by Mercedes. While they have re-signed Lewis Hamilton, their second driver hasn't been finalised. There are strong rumours that Mercedes won't be renewing Bottas' contract, which was something retired F1 driver David Coulthard suggested a long time ago, and something that outlets like Motorsport Magazine have since speculated on. The most obvious choice to replace Bottas at Mercedes is George Russell, and the fact that Russell drove the Mercedes car in Hungary during the Pirelli test this week is further seen by some as a sign of him joining Mercedes next year, as proposed by the likes of Planet F1 and the race. Some have also pointed out an interview given by Russell to F1 TV prior to the start of the Hungarian Grand Prix weekend as another sign of this, as he was unable to keep a straight face and appeared caught off guard when asked whether he had heard anything about his future from Mercedes. This would leave an empty seat at Williams, which is where things get a bit interesting. Initially, it was being speculated that it will be a straight swap between Bottas and Russell, with the Finn returning to his former team. However, sources at Motorsport have suggested that Alfa Romeo are actively pursuing Bottas as a replacement for Kimi Räikkönen, who is in turn expected to retire at the end of 2021, as suggested by Ralf Schumacher. Williams, meanwhile, have confirmed that they will take their sweet time as they have plenty of driver options. The CEO, Jost Capito, feels that their seat is the most aspired seat in F1 right now. According to journalist Michael Schmidt, Nico Hülkenberg is one such option, something that Capito did not deny. Meanwhile, another journalist, Joe Saward, has revealed that sources have told him Formula E driver Nick de Vries is the current frontrunner to replace Russell. The last remaining question mark concerns Red Bull and Sergio Perez. While he has won a race with Red Bull, he hasn't been able to provide the sort of backup to Max Verstappen that Red Bull hired him for. While there are no concrete rumours, mumblings are there about Nico Hülkenberg replacing Perez. However, the credibility of this rumour is highly suspect at this point. As last year proved, things can still change at a moment's notice, and even signed contracts can be terminated. The consensus is that everything will be set in motion by Mercedes, and what they decide to do with their second driver, which they have confirmed will be done during the summer break. Rapid rumours. Honda's power unit has allegedly become slower since the British Grand Prix due to a supposed internal directive from the FIA. Meanwhile, Red Bull are seemingly in talks with the FIA to scrutinise the way Mercedes cools air in the engine manifold to increase power efficiency. Audi and Porsche are supposedly very seriously considering entering F1 from 2025. FIA Safety Director Adam Baker, who recently became Volkswagen Group's head of motorsport strategies, has allegedly been given the task to formulate a plan to do so. The presence of the CEOs of Audi and Porsche in Austria for discussions on the future of F1 power unit regulations is being suggested as further proof of this, as is the confirmation that Audi will return to Le Mans in 2023. Aston Martin team owner Lawrence Stroll added to that by stating that time is precious, and the fact they devoted it to meeting about Formula 1 shows the importance of Formula 1 and the engagement they have in Formula 1. Formula 1 journalist Joe Saward did hear a whisper that there might be some major excitements at Aston Martin over the summer break, but he does not know any more, although the source was good. He wouldn't mention it otherwise. Formula 2 driver Théo Pourchaire is supposedly being considered by Alfa Romeo as a possible option for next year. F1 journalist Michael Schmidt added to that by suggesting that there are people in the team who say he's the new Alain Prost. COTA chairman Bobby Epstein's presence in Hungary has led to suggestions that COTA will organise a second race in place of the cancelled Japanese Grand Prix. Ferrari Charles Leclerc has clarified rumours about him being unhappy at Ferrari is just gossip. Maybe someone was bored and came up with something. And Lawrence Stroll has implied that F1 is in conversations to do a race in Las Vegas. Which team's driver lineup announcement are you most excited for in the coming days? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.